Well, we're back for another ride on Zwift Island, Jarvis Island. This time we're taking a lap of Zwift Island counterclockwise. Now, where is Jarvis Island? Well, I headed from Greenville, virtually, to Jarvis Island, which is located right there in the Pacific Ocean. If you'd like to see the clockwise version, you can go to youtube.com/jpate and check it out there. But today, we're riding counterclockwise. So consider this map to be a clock. We're going to be going from right to left instead of left to right. Now I realize that some of you seeing this video have already been on Zwift and you've probably already ridden counterclockwise. But bear with me while I explain a little bit about Zwift to people who may be seeing this for the first time. You can just enjoy the scenery and the suffering. The first thing I'll point out isn't something that you see, it's something that you hear. You probably hear the whirring sound going on in the background. That's because my computer is picking up the sound of my trainer. It's the trainer that is causing my avatar to move along the road. In this case, my bicycle, which is on the trainer, has a power meter that can talk to the computer. So in effect, my bicycle becomes a game controller that controls the avatar on the road. So a good amount of the data that you see displayed on the screen is coming from that bicycle setup, whether it's a speed sensor, power sensor, and even my heart rate monitor. But what makes Zwift unique is that while I'm doing this, there are up to 100 people doing the same thing at the same time. Now I say up to 100 because that's as many as I've seen on there so far. I'm sure that there could be even more. So now let's talk a little bit about the data that you're seeing. There in the upper left you'll see a blue box, and in it is a large group of numbers. Here you'll see 360, 372, 85. That is the power being produced by my power meter. When using a power meter like this, that is what determines your speed. It isn't actually the wheel, it is the power that you're putting out. And that determines how quickly you go in the software. Beneath the power number you see the cadence, which is how quickly I'm turning the crank, and also the heart rate, which isn't coming from the bicycle, obviously, it's coming from a heart rate monitor that I'm wearing. That power meter data produces something else for us, and that's the miles per hour. The power is what determines the speed based on the terrain. You'll notice that as well with the feet measurement, the other blue number there. That's showing you how many feet or what elevation you are at. So as it kicks up, as the power goes against that, you're going to go slower. To go faster, you would have to produce more wattage as you are going up in elevation. Obviously, as you're going down in elevation, you don't need to produce as much wattage in order to get the speed. Now you'll notice something else has popped up, and that is a little stopwatch over my name compared to a red number, which in this moment reads C. Wilson. Basically, C. Wilson completed this particular segment in 33 seconds, and therefore he has the polka dot jersey. I am not coming up quite as quickly as he did, and so I'm not going to make it. We'll explain about the close the gap a little bit later. But what you're doing here is competing for the jersey for KOM. There's also a sprint jersey that you can win on the island as well. Once we get past this point, you will notice that the list of people who have finished comes up and it shows your current time. When I first started this ride, I noticed a group had gone in front of me, and that's what I was working, was to catch up with those guys, and here I've caught up with them. And now you get to see another unique aspect behind the Zwift concept, and that is you're riding in a group, and that includes the opportunity to draft. I mentioned earlier that I would explain about the bicycles coming together and the little OK popping up. That is showing you that you're coming into someone's draft. Once you come into someone's draft, it's kind of like going downhill in that you don't need to produce quite as much wattage in order to hold a particular speed. One way you can tell that I'm coming into someone's draft is that I will sit up, and when I get behind them, the rider, my avatar, will sit up. That's showing me that I have moved into the draft and I'm taking advantage of it. By the way, we're now entering into the green jersey sprint zone. And let's see how we do here. Not quite good enough. So 26th place with a 9.1 second. I think people have done that particular one in around 5 seconds. So now that I'm in the group, how do I know who I'm riding with? Well, over to the right side, you'll see a list. And that list contains the particular riders. And here you can see them switching around me as I am riding inside the group. Also, you'll see something else here. What are those things floating around some of the guys' heads? Well, you'll see the blue one there that looks like an aero helmet. Well, that means that he has an aero advantage when he pushes the button. Then you see the guy with the truck. That means that he has a drafting advantage. So he gets an extra amount of draft when he gets behind people. You'll notice I have one up in the upper left-hand corner, and that means that if I were to push my space bar on my keyboard, I would be able to get the aero advantage as well. Now quickly, because we're running out of road, let me point out in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the grade. In this case, it's flat, 0.0% grade. Right below that, you'll see a topographical cutout, and we would call it the elevation, showing you the entire lap that you would be riding. Soon we'll be coming up on the final jersey, well, actually we're in there, the orange jersey, and that is the time that it takes you to do an entire lap. If you have the fastest, you get an orange lap jersey. So this combination of technology, social interaction, competition, all of these things coming together make Zwift something very unique and something I'm looking forward to doing for months, years to come. So thanks, Zwift, and thank you all for watching the video. Be sure to go to Zwift.com, get on, join me. Maybe I'll see you out there. Be sure to visit idoitfor.org and see all the videos at locadence.com.